My sister has always had that Mrs. Beasley doll, a beloved Mrs. Beasley doll, and I had the Lost in Space robot, Danger Will Robinson. You had those things that you saw on television that really brought it home to you. Do you I would imagine too, you know, you're an actress. It was a role. You played the role to the T. You were surrounded by other fabulous talent. You had some wonderful celebrity, guest stars that would come into the show as well. You've done so many wonderful things, but it must give you a little bit of a tickle when people come up to you who were kids during the time it was on, and they really had this affection for you and for all of the characters on Family Affair. And now they're all grown up and they have their own kids or grandkids, whatever the case may be, and they pour their heart out to you. They're showing the series to their kids or grandkids, or they're just telling you how you and the rest of the cast meant so much to them in their lives. And it's 60 years later, and they're still coming up to you expressing this love. Again, it was a role. You're a professional actress. You did what you did. But yet there's this attachment of the public to a figure like yourself. For you, what is that like for you, experiencing that in your heart and soul, Kathy?
Well, it makes me feel really good, and that perhaps really affected somebody else's life. I remember when I was doing a show with, oh, now I forget her name. Ugh. Anyway, a well-known actress, and she said her parents were getting a divorce, and the only thing that she had to hold on to was her Mrs. Beasley doll that gave her so much comfort. And I says, well, and I says, I'm so glad that we were able to help you. But I got a lot of stories like that where the show and even I have another co-author on a book that we wrote, Fred Asher, and we wrote the ex-child star book. And he was a latchkey kid, and he's such a fan and aficionado of classic TV because he was by himself, and those TV shows he was able to escape in and found love and had found caring. So I feel very good that I was able to make an impression, and I'm getting another award, the Margaret O'Brien Legacy Award in December, and because I think that there is a legacy in Family Affair, and also like for the Emmy Legacy Award, because it's a kind of show where all the characters really did experience love, I think, for one another. Brian certainly for the kids, and we loved Sebastian and went over to his house for dinner. But I think that really true kind of love went through not only our cast, but really went through to the people who were watching it. And as you say, it's multi-generational. And the grandparents and the moms and the kids all loved the show. And I think it was very relatable as well. And it's relatable because we were true and we were true characters.